Hello, I just wanted to jump on here and talk about Coachella since it is coming up pretty quick. Today is March 28th, which is Friday, which means we only have a few days, few weeks left. And I'm stressing out. This is my first Coachella going. I've been wanting to go forever. So I've been wanting to go to Coachella since like 2011, but of course I was in high school, I didn't have money. And then after I graduated, I had other priorities that were much more important than a music festival. And then some things happened with my family. I mean, we still are going through some stuff, but I feel like at this point I'm able to just step aside for a little bit and my family will be okay. So I feel like this year was the perfect year to make it happen, and it's finally going to happen. So I mean, si Dios quiere, like my mom always told me to say, because only God knows, anything can happen between now and then. But I'm so excited. But I live in Idaho and there's just not a lot of options for shopping. There are a few places, but last weekend when I went to go look, there just was not a lot of options in store. So what I did do, I went online, looked, and it's just very expensive to get like cute festival things. So I ended up ordering from Shein and I'm stressed about it because it says that the package will be here on April 6th, which doesn't give me a whole lot of time to go find something if it doesn't work out, because I am going that first weekend of Coachella. So hopefully hopefully it works out. If not, I'll probably be having a meltdown. Well, anyway, I did look on TikTok for some like opinions or some reviews on what kind of shoes would be like comfortable to wear, just because I know like it is in the desert, and from what I hear is that there's a lot of dirt that gets picked up. Open toe shoes are not a good option, and normally that's what I like to wear in the summer. So I did look up online on TikTok, and there's just some crazy recommendations. I know it's probably not crazy for like a person that normally has a lot of money, but like one of the option was the, like, I'll put probably like a picture here, the fry boots, I think was the name of it, or pronounce, or however you pronounce it. And I went on Google and searched it to try and like, oh, maybe I can get some of these. But they're like $400 to $500. That's crazy. I could not spend that much money on a pair of boots. If I wore them like enough throughout the year where it'd be worth it, then totally. But like the only time I wear probably boots will probably be for like the county fair or jaripeo or like a rodeo. But so I could not get those boots. So I ordered some shoes on Shein. If I can do 3 days of walking with those shoes, then I'll probably keep them. But if not, I might have to go search for some. So I hope they work out. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I was looking at the things that, because it is my first Coachella, I wanted to do some research on what I should bring, and I made a list, and I still need a few things, but good thing is that these things I could probably just go to the store and get them. I don't need to like order them online. But I still need to get a bandana, a battery pack, and a water bottle, which I think are pretty easy. The battery pack, I went on TikTok. I feel like I go to TikTok for like recommendations for everything, but every time I go on TikTok for like a recommendation for a certain product, I feel like all of them are sponsored, and it's so hard to find like a place or find a review that isn't super biased, because of course if you're getting paid for it, of course you're gonna want to hype up the product. But I don't know. I also wanted to talk about the lineup. I'm really excited. When it first came out, I was a little like iffy, like just because like it's my first Coachella, and I've seen just how many other like artists have appeared before and performed, and I just low-key wish that some of those would play again, or not play, perform again. But you know, it is what it is. This year they don't have a whole lot of Latin artists, which I'm kind of sad about, because like just a few years ago they had like Bad Bunny, Karol G, Becky G, and this year they don't have a whole lot of variety for like Latin artists. So that's one thing I am a little sad about, but I know that, you know, it is what it is. And maybe hopefully in the future I'll be able to go again, and maybe there'll be some other artists, but for now we'll just be happy with what's on the list. Although I'm actually really excited for a few of these. So the top 5 artists, okay, there's actually quite a few, so I'll start numbering them here. So Glorilla is probably, I'd say probably number 2. Lisa from Blackpink, definitely number 1. I love her new album. It's just like really fun summer vibes, like that it girl, you know. I also want to see Jennie from Blackpink, like, and then from there I'm excited to see Missy Elliott. Like, I think growing up I loved dancing so much, and I remember, I think Step Up to the Streets, one of the songs was with Missy Elliott, and I think at the end they had like a music video. Yeah, it was a music video, and I just loved how they danced. It was so cool. So I'm excited to see her. Tyla, oh my gosh, I feel like she is gonna like blow up after Coachella. That's the other thing about Coachella, is that some of these artists, like, they're not well known, but then after Coachella they release their tours, they release albums, and they just become super popular. Rosalia, like, she was brought out, I think, by Bad Bunny. I think it was Bad Bunny or J Balvin. I think it was J Balvin. She brought her out, and like, I think the few years later she actually like was like an actual, like, she had her own performance. And that was so cool to see her. Like, that's another artist I wish I could go back in time and see her performance. Although I saw it like on the YouTube live, and it was pretty cool. I was really like really excited and happy to see, you know, some more representation, because like from 2011 I don't remember like a whole lot of like Latin artists that I can remember. So like that, like those last few years where they brought out so many like Latin artists, I was just really happy. And then talking about Latin artists, I am really excited to see Junior H and Ivan. Charlie XCX, I saw her like on the live, like I think it was 2 years ago she performed. Um, and I was like, it was before she dropped out the Brat album, and like that was so cool to see that, just because I only knew like a few of her songs by then. Um, so now like having like a whole new album, like I can't wait to see how like the performance of that. Um, I'm just yeah, I'm gonna make like a whole list of all the artists that I'm super excited to see, and then the ones that I would love to kind of hear um, more about, just because like maybe I'm not very well no like familiar with their music, because that's the whole point, you know, like of going to Coachella is like, you know, hearing new music. So yes, all the ones you're excited for is like a huge plus, but I think the experience of it is going to see new artists. So I'll make like a list here, and then a list here of all the different ones I want to see. I wish they could release the timeline already, because I think that's what's also stressing me out, is that like what if, you know, Missy Elliott is performing at the same time Glorilla is, like that would just not be good, because like who do I pick? I want to see both. So that's what's like driving me crazy. I wish they would release the schedule sooner than later, so then I can make like a list and a plan, like I want to go here, here, here. But anyway, um the other ones I'm excited to see is of course Megan Thee Stallion, um Travis Scott, although hear me out. I like his music, but I saw what happened at Astroworld, and I don't want to be part of that. Like, I don't want to die. So if I do stay long enough to see Travis Scott, I think I'll be in the back. So you'll see me back there, because I am not going like in the middle of the crowd, because that just looked scary, to be honest. Yeah, so for sure I'll be in the back, but I'm excited to see his too. Um, the other one is Post Malone. I am already going to see his concert June 20th, I think. He's coming to Idaho. But I think he's gonna perform like mostly his country album, and I'm hoping that at Coachella he plays like his other music, because I do like his like older music more than his country. I know, controversial, because a lot of people really love his country music, but I just never been a super huge fan of country music. It's just I like Mexican country, if that makes sense. I don't know, I think it just hits different than English country music. But yeah, I'm excited to see his performance, and I'm hoping that it's different than his concert performance that we're gonna see. Green Day, of course. I feel like all the millennials, like we went through our like emo stage. I think we all had that like Green Day era, I guess, emo era. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Um, and Lady Gaga, of course, like she was so big when I was like in middle school, and I really loved her music. I haven't listened fully to her new album. I know it's out. I've heard a few songs, but not the whole album. So we'll see. I think that's it. There's just like a few other that I'd like to see, that like if it doesn't happen, then I won't be too sad. Like Ty Dolla Sign, Big X the Plug, um, for sure Mike Snow. Like his music was really good when I was like in high school. I would listen to his music. Tink is also someone I'd like to see, but if I don't have time, or you know they're playing well, somebody else is playing, then I'm not won't be too sad. Deja, oh, I didn't even know about this dude. Like, I didn't know that he was the same person from Stranger Things. Like, I didn't even know that. That is crazy. Um, the other day, I was listening to some artists from the lineup just to see like maybe which ones like I would go see if like none of the ones that I wanted to see were like playing at the time. And I saw that like his like profile picture on Spotify, and he looked familiar. He had glasses on, and so I'm like, let me Google because he looks familiar. I just don't know. And yes, it was. His name is Joe Curie. Curie. He's Steve from Stranger Things. Um, and actually, one of the songs I recognize because I heard it on TikTok before, and so like I looked at some of his other music, and it's actually not bad. So I'm kind of also wanting to see that his performance. And then also, I think there's one more that I saw. Um, I'm not gonna pronounce this right. Hanumankind. It almost sounds like humankind, but it's not. Hanumankind.
Is Hanumankind. I've seen people butchering the name online, and that's okay. It definitely comes off as humankind off when you read it in the beginning. It's an amalgamation. It's a bringing it together of two worlds. Hanuman is an important figure within my culture and within my society. Mankind is the rest of the world.
I liked his song Big Dogs. Yeah, Big Dogs is one of my favorite songs from him. So that'd be cool seeing him like live. That's the thing also about concerts and like music in general. Like some are like so much better in person than like if you hear it in your headphones or just like that. And um so yeah, so when the timeline drops, I'll probably make a whole plan and maybe I'll share it online. I just wish I had more people to talk about this so that we can, I don't know, to share the excitement. Anyway, thank you for listening and I'll see you next time.